What's going on, guys? It's Quizzy Dog here, and today we're going to be taking another first look, first glance, first overview of another product that's coming to Kickstarter very, very soon, and that product is this guy right here. So this is the Fitrus Plus. I don't know if I'm even saying that right, but I was pretty intrigued when this came through my email inbox because for those of you who don't know, or may not have followed the channel for a little while now, I went through a fairly, I don't want to say drastic, but a decently drastic sort of transformation in the last year or so, trimming myself down from 210 pounds down to, I don't know, maybe the 160, 165 range. I'm a father of two, I work full time, I do this on the side, and I don't have a lot of time for exercise, so really I've just been more so watching what I eat. I've been drinking a lot of GFuel just to supplement my sugar intake, give me something, a little bit of sweetness, something to give me a little bit of energy. But I've kind of plateaued and I've kind of stopped seeing progress. And that's where something like this is gonna come kind of in clutch and something that's gonna come in handy to sort of gauge what my next steps are. So this is a pocket-sized body composition analyzer, and this does body fat, skeletal muscle mass, basal metabolic rate, heart rate, stress index, skin temperature, and your steps. So it has a step counter in there as well. I'm probably not going to keep this in my pocket, but it is something that I intend to use going forward to sort of see where I'm at and see what I need to do and what I need to work on. So inside the box, of course, we just have the unit itself. It's actually really small and from first impressions, really well built. So you have what appears to be a fingerprint sensor on the back side, and then you have where you would place your thumbs or your fingers in a grip motion for most of the other stuff. So we're gonna set that aside. We're gonna open up the little drawer, and all we have in here would be a micro USB cable for charging. Now, this has a companion app that will help you catalog and sort of see all of your results, see what you need to work on, and let's just go ahead and download that, turn this on, and see exactly how it works, and then we're gonna use it over, the next couple of days, or maybe for good if it actually works good enough to see what my personal next steps are and what I might need to work on to erase this plateau and maybe continue to trend in the right fitness direction. So on the back of the box, there is a QR code here, and that should help me find the application that we're looking for. And I haven't used this. Again, I like going into this stuff dry. I get it in the office, I open it up in front of you guys. That way there's no scripts, it's super genuine, and I just want to give you guys like little recommendations. This product, by the way, is hitting Kickstarter. I don't think it's out right now as of the filming of this video. So if you're interested in looking more into it or picking it up or anything like that, I will put the links when they become available in the video description below. So let's go ahead and search for the Google Play Store. And I'm actually just gonna search the brand name here. I hate QR codes personally. Fitrus Plus. So of course, in the results there, we do see some. It looks like it's just going to be the very top application. Open this bad boy up and let's see. So this was last updated on September 13th as well. It measures your body fat at the time and helps to manage your diet habits. So that's just the little about this app that you're gonna see on the bottom there. We're really just wasting time as this thing downloads. It's doing the whole verified by Play Protect. So let's take a look at the what's new here. So it has a calorie counter. This is in the application, not so much everything that this guy can do. So it appears that with the app and the fitness device itself, it's gonna give you a fairly robust all-in-one feature set here. We're installing. Let's go ahead and let's open. And you always have to make accounts for these things. So we're gonna make that account and we will be right back. Okay, so we're in the application as you guys can see here, and I realized I downloaded the wrong app, so I'm gonna show you guys very quickly. By the way, this application is available on iOS and Android as well. So there are two apps that you can see on the top here. One is for members, and I should have realized when I was downloading that, it specifically says for members. And then the other one is, of course, the application that you want to use yourself. I found that out by reading the instructions, which you guys know if you're not familiar with the channel, I'll let you know. I hate reading instructions, so I go into all of these sort of tests for the most part, the same way that you guys do. A little blind, a little cocky, if you will, and I just try to figure it out, and if I can't, I have to review the user guide and figure it out. One thing as I was kind of going through with this, and something that I need to mention to you guys as well, please keep in mind that this device, and almost all devices like this, unless explicitly expressed otherwise, this is not a medical device. This is an aid. So keep that in mind. There is actually a skin temperature thermometer in here as well. I am told the thermometer, or the temperature checker, no, thermometer is the right word. I'm told the thermometer and the readout is fairly accurate, but it is not medical grade. It is not medically tested. So just take it as educated guess. If you're using this for temperature, don't go using this as if like you're testing for COVID and you're putting it on your forehead. No. Use something that's actually medical grade for that, and just know that this device, this is 100% a aid and not something that you should rely on all the time. So with that out of the way, let's go back to the telephone here, and we are going to reopen that application. And in here, you have actually got a pretty robust feature set. So it has calorie intake, it has calories burned, as you can see on the top there. You also have your BFP, your BMI, and your SMM. Not super familiar with that stuff, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna very quickly, and I'm gonna do this with you guys, fill this stuff out. So my gender is a male, obviously. So it asked me what I was in inches for height. I never know that. So I am 5'10". Don't at me, don't fight me. That is what I am. We have your weight. Let's do 165. I haven't actually weighed myself in a little while. Date of birth, we have May 11th, and that's the only information I'm going to give you. We will keep the year confidential. Scroll through here. And how often do you work out in a week? A choice that reflects an individual's body and lifestyle may vary depending on individual characteristics. Well, I have 2 kids in school. I work 11 to 12 hours a day, and that's all I do. So I don't work out at all. So, not applicable, I guess. What is the level of your diet management? I'll say average. I was like crazy into dieting for a while, which helped me lose a little bit of weight, and then I just ate a whole bunch of baked goods today and a whole bunch of licorice because it was on sale for 97 cents. So those are all of the questions. So now we're going to turn on Bluetooth, and the app itself is actually walking me through exactly how to initially pair the device. So we're going to hold the power button on this guy, and something should happen. It says that the middle logo should light up. And if they gave me a dead device, well, egg on my face, because I should have checked that before I hit record. Press the power button as shown below to connect your device. I think it might be dead. Well, that's embarrassing. We are going to plug this in, and I will be right back. All right, so update, I found a cable, and by found, I mean I robbed it from my Google Home in the bedroom. But one thing that I didn't notice, and one thing that I think is super cool, if you guys can see that there, there's actually a little LCD screen on here. So it's saying that it's charging right now. I can turn it on, and let's continue the setup. So back to the old phone-a-rooney. So we have the logo as indicated, and now stand up straight and gently hold the metal electrode plates with your thumb and forefingers of both hands. Well, let's cut off my head here for a second. Didn't think I was going to have to stand up. All right, so it said that's complete. Oh. So I didn't realize it wanted a measurement. So this is cool. So this is information that, I mean, I didn't know, and unless maybe you have like a really good doctor or a personal trainer, maybe you don't know this stuff either. So this is all the stuff that it was able to measure from just holding those electrodes. So I'm above average. So body fat percentage, 20.1. Body fat mass, 33.1, skeletal muscle mass, 73.6, basal metabolic rate, 1660.9, body mass index, 23.6, weight, 165, body water, 58.4. And then I can put comments, or is it putting? Oh, cool. So it's like telling me about endomorph and mesomorph rates and way more stuff than I actually thought would be in this little device. So I'm floored, and these are why I like making these type of videos, because this is all like really cool stuff to me, and I hope that this is really cool stuff to you guys as well. So it completely measured everything. So if we go back, I burned a whole calorie doing that. We can see here we actually have some results within the application. So BFP, 20 okay, so that's your body fat percentage. So that's the stuff that we saw within the application before. Weight, 164.9. I wonder, can it get my heart rate? Let's go here. So right now, it's trying to measure my beats per minute. And I wish I have a watch that does that. I don't know where it is right now. So do I just do this? Do I just hold my finger over that doodad, or do I have to hold these two guys here? Okay, so cool. So again, it's gonna walk you through how to use it. And that's what I need. I need a guided tutorial. And you know, for people who don't understand this stuff like me, then maybe you're gonna need it too. So it's cool to see this stuff. So it wants one finger over that sensor, and then we're gonna hit start. I just know I'm not supposed to talk when I do that stuff. So it's cataloging everything. It is saying that my heart rate was 71 and my blood oxygen is 99%. And it looks like my heart rate's in line. It says anywhere between 61 and 77 is A-okay. So good to know that I'm A-okay. And that's gonna catalog that in the app. So I'm gonna have that information for later. Let's take a look at stress. So let's do a stress management. So again, it wants us to put a finger over the sensor and hit start. So for me, and again, this is just for the purpose of the video to test out multiple functionalities, it said the measurement failed because you can't actually use this device while it's charging, and that's kind of cool to know. So every time it sort of sits dormant, it's getting enough charge to turn on for like a second, and then it turns off. we're not going to worry about that too much. Again, here, it's not going to tell me if I'm stressed out. I don't think I am. You never know. But this is cataloging everything very well. It has the temperature again. We're not going to test that because, for one, it's not a medical grade device, and I don't want you guys trying to rely on this stuff for data. Two, both of my kids have a cold, not the Rona, and there's just a thermometer upstairs that's been in sick kids' mouths all day, and I ain't about to touch that. Other than that, you have goals, so you can actually input your own data here. So we have your target intake for calories, your step goals, your weight goals, your fat mass goal, all of that stuff. And again, for me and for somebody who maybe doesn't have somebody else in their life like a doctor or a personal trainer that can really help finely measure stuff. I mean, for me, outside of just physique shape, I haven't noticed a difference in the way that I look compared to the way that I looked before since I started healthier habits. So something like this that's going to give me more finite information and kind of dig deeper into things that I didn't know before is going to help me continue on the right track, or at least maintain the track that I want to be on a little bit better. And I think, at least for me as a Canuck in Canada, something like this is going to be very important for the colder winter lazy months where we can't get out for, let's say, a bike ride or a run or a walk as conveniently as we would in the summertime. So having this information available to me whenever I want to check it, if I see things kind of are trending in the wrong direction other than the way that I look or I feel, looking at this will help me correct maybe bad habits or bad trends before they really get any worse. Other than that, I just want to show you guys just a little bit more stuff here. So you can add friends, which is pretty cool. I know that was a feature when I was big into like the Galaxy Wear stuff. You could challenge friends to steps and everything like that. There's different notices that'll tell you about whether or not there's any changes in the application. Your food, so you can actually, if you want to count calories, you can use this application here, and you don't have to use like Noom or any of those other dietary apps. It looks like this is going to be a fairly convenient all-in-one solution. The only thing I'm curious about is whether or not I can import external data to this from, let's say, my Galaxy Active 2 or anything like that, or any other, like a Fitbit or anything. I'll do a little bit more research and I'll add that in the description when I find an answer for that. I don't want to just kind of guess and steer you guys in the wrong direction. But everything I'm seeing here is pretty cool. It even actually has the ability to measure a guest. So if you're explaining this technology to people, or you're out for like a workout with a friend or something like that, you can help them learn more about themselves with this utility here without sort of screwing up your own metrics or signing out and creating them account. It looks like it's just going to give you a little bit of a measurement deep dive right on them, right on the spot. So I am very, very impressed with this. Build quality is solid. This is like crazy pocketable as well. It's not too creaky, like it's got a nice solid, like I'm cranking on that. So it shouldn't like snap in your pocket or anything if you're trying to carry it to the gym or have it like in a bag. Overall, super impressed. The Fitrus Plus, yeah, I think this is really cool. And I think this will, again, make a great gift or like a companion if you're looking to sort of change the way that you see yourself, and not physically, but I mean kind of physically, I guess, but gives you a deep dive into your own personal analytics that you're not going to know unless you have a personal trainer or a very competent doctor that looks at that stuff, or something like this guy here. So, I mean, this is probably cheaper than those other two options for sure. So I will have a link for this guy here in the video description when one becomes available. I think this is really cool. if you guys are in the market for something like this, or if you guys have something like this, let me know what you have. I want to have a discussion just like about this technology as a whole. I know these videos are long, they're super long-winded, but I like discovering new stuff, and I love when you guys come for the ride with me to help me understand it in the comments. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, I guess. Until the next one, you guys have been awesome as always. Butchering this outro, but it's 10 o'clock and I'm tired, and I'm just generally wowed. I think this is cool. So until the next video, guys, my name is Crazy Dog. You guys have been awesome, and we'll catch you all in my next video. Take care.